Do you want to know if you qualify for the EIDL $10,000 grant? This is a part of the Major Relief Fund in the stimulus package. And today we're going to talk about how you can see if you are qualified to receive up to $10,000 in free grant money.
I'ma get right in my bag. Why you gonna try to get mad? Everybody wanna keep up. Don't you know I move too fast?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your favorite entrepreneur here, Sierra Nicole, and today I want to talk to you about what are the qualifications of the EIDL grant. So if you're not familiar, I'm sure you've seen it all over the news. It's been talked about really on every social media outlet, but the stimulus package, right? The new stimulus package that was just passed. There may or may not be some changes to it in regards to the stimulus payments for individuals, but today we're here to talk about some of the programs that are available for small business owners. So there's the EIDL program and the PPP program. If you're interested in learning about how you can, apply for the PPP, which is the Paycheck Protection Program, head down to the description box for this video and I have the link to that YouTube video there. Now, today, here in this video, we are going to talk about the qualifications for the EIDL grant. Now, the EIDL stands for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. The $10,000 grant is actually an advance on that loan. So in order to get the grant, you do have to apply for the loan. And similar to the first round, even people who did not get approved were still able to get a grant. Okay, so you may still get that grant, so go ahead and apply once applications are open. Even if you think you may not get approved, I would still apply. Because like I said, even if it's not approved, they are still giving out some of the advances for some people. And then one thing that you want to keep in mind is if you received the grant from the first round, any portion of the grant, because in the first round, they were actually giving you $1,000 per employee. So if you are a sole proprietor or a 1099 and it's just a one-man show, then you got $1,000. And if you had 3 employees, you got $3,000. This time around, they're doing it a little bit different, and they're actually saying that anyone is eligible for that $10,000 grant. So even if you have no employees, or even if you're just a one-man show, you could still get qualified for up to $10,000. And if you got money on the first round, they're just going to subtract that amount from this grant. For example, say you are a 1099 contractor and you go and apply, you get that $1,000 grant from the first round. This round you go and apply and they want to give you the grant again, you will receive $9,000 because you already received $1,000 of that money in that first round. So that's how that's going to work if you've already received grant money. Now, there are some specific qualifications because they are definitely cracking down on the type of businesses that get approved. So we're gonna go over a list of all the qualifications that you need to pay attention to. So the first one is going to be location. You have to be located in a low-income community. Now, a low-income community is not what you think. Many people think of the stereotypical, neighborhoods, but that's not always the case. So by definition, and there is actually a legal definition for a low-income community. A low-income community is a community that has a 20% or more poverty rate. Now, if you live in a more rural area that is not a part of any metroplex or any metro area, there's a little bit of a different set of rules to determine whether you are a part of a low-income community. If the median income is going to be lower than the median income of the major city that is closest, then you are going to be considered low income. Okay, so that's the first pillar, that's the first qualification in regards to location. Now for this round, for the EIDL grant, they're also going to be paying attention to your loss in your revenue. You will have to show at least a 30% or more economic loss, okay? And you have to compare, and it has to be over a consecutive 8-week period. So for example, you take 8 weeks in March and April of 2019 and compare it to 8 weeks of March and April of 2020. There has to be at least or a 30% decrease in that gross revenue, okay? So that's how you're gonna qualify. It can be more, and you can choose any 8-week period within 2019, okay? And then you'll take that and compare it to that same 8-week period for 2020, and that's how you will know if you will qualify for that 30%, economic loss. Now, I've had many people ask me questions about how do they track that. So if you are a 1099 or a sole proprietor, you probably don't have your financial statements or paperwork done. So what you need to do is create yourself a profit and loss, okay? I'll probably end up doing a video on what a profit and loss is. So I'll go ahead and throw that down in the description box once that's ready. But you can look up online for templates or use software like QuickBooks in order to help you produce a profit and loss, or you can hire an accountant. But you want to create a profit and loss for each quarter of the year, okay? So you want to do the 4 quarters for 2019 and then do this year so that you can choose a period of time to compare to be able to see if there has been loss there. So you definitely want to get that checked out. Also, another qualification is going to be when you started your business. So you had to have started your business on or before January 31st, 2020, okay? Because this relief package, this relief fund is only for businesses that are affected by the shutdown. So, like I said, you have to have started before the shutdown happened. And then also you have to be in an industry that was directly impacted. So if your business has to be impacted by some sort from the shutdown. And then also another thing to keep in mind is even with the grant, like I said, you'll be applying for the actual loan in order to get the grant. And the loan are pretty decent terms. So those are really the main changes that we're going to see between the first round of the EIDL program and this round that's here coming up. As of today, and today is December 30th, this will be posted on December 31st, early in the morning. But as of right now, that is what it entails. Now, will it change? I'm not sure. So we'll have to see what happens. So I will be make sure you guys hit that notification bell after you subscribe so that you can stay updated with all the stimulus updates, because I will be posting about it. Also, one thing that I want to share with you all is that the SBA may actually be rolling out another program. Okay, this was a part of the HEROES Act. It's called the Lifeline Grant. And this one's awesome because it's going to be anywhere around $50,000 for a business. It's a little bit more targeted, so you have to have under 50 employees. And you also have to show that 30% loss, that 30% revenue loss between 2019 and 2020. But the details and if they're really going to roll this out, I will keep you guys updated as soon as I find out. It sounded like it was going to be January, February, but like I said, nothing is really set in stone. So we'll have to see, and I will make sure I keep you guys updated. But just so that you're aware that this is another grant that may be rolling out because it is included in the $2.2 trillion HEROES Act. So I hope this video was helpful for you so that you can determine whether you may or may not qualify for the EIDL program. So for the EIDL loan, the grant is an advance on the loan. Now the actual loan, the payments don't start until 12 months after you've received the money. But during those 12 months, interest is still accruing, so keep that in mind. And you can pay it off early. They give you a 30-year term at, I believe it is a 1% loan, something of that nature, but it's a pretty low interest rate. But those are all the details that we have so far as of today. Like I said, make sure you subscribe and I will keep you guys updated. If you need assistance with applying, make sure you text PPP to 74121 and you will be put on the wait list. So as soon as we're able to submit applications, my company will be able to get you applied and we make the process super seamless and easy. We have experience from the last round, so we definitely have it down packed now. So if you are a business owner who is interested in learning how to start to grow or fund your business, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Again, this is your favorite entrepreneur, Sierra Nicole. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video.
I'ma get right in my bag. Why you gonna try to get mad? Everybody wanna keep up. Don't you know I move too fast? I'ma zip right past.